Working with them would be a dream, and I hope I can do a story that justifies their legendary presence. I hope that happens. Working with them would be like working with family. Now that we are speaking the language of the woke world, it's the gender politics of the film are not something I'm very proud of. I feel like if I had to make Kuch Kuch Hota Hai again, I would correct the gender politics. Like Shabana ji called me after she saw the film and she said, मैं आपसे कुछ पूछना चाहती हूँ. So I said, जी. She said, उसके छोटे बाल थे तो प्यार नहीं हुआ, बाल बड़े हो गए, खूबसूरत हो गए और प्यार हो गया. इसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? तो I said, मैं बस माफी मांगना चाहूँगा आपसे, destination नहीं है. There was so much chatter about Indian cinema and Bollywood. Has it died? Should it be boycotted? All nonsense. So Kartik and I, we nearly made a film, and then for various reasons it couldn't happen. On set we've seen it, like when Ranveer did Coffee last year and he did The Invitation of Everybody. This year I shot with him. Oh God, did I let it out?
Can we expect Shah Rukh in this year's Coffee with Karan?
We have taken some questions from the fans, so there is a bowl in with their chits. If you can, yeah. Konark Wadhwa over here. Yeah.
Hi sir, my name is Konark Wadhwa. So my question to you is, like, I have been watching your movies since childhood, and I love the fact how beautifully you portray meaningful cinema, like topics like gender stereotypes or family issues. So as a filmmaker, what is your process to go with it? Like, you go follow your gut instinct or you focus on what audience really wants to see, and how do you make your actors feel the same about it?
It's first thing, Konark, you think of his story, and then the screenplay follows, and the characters are in the narrative of the screenplay. You think of certain characters that come from your own self or from your observations. So whenever I've thought of a character, it's always come from within me, and then the writers have taken it forward, and it's come from human observation. So I'll give you one example. For example, Alia's father, played by Tota Roy Chaudhary in Rock Your Rani, he's a Kathak dancer. And I have seen this happen where male dancers who of classical nature have actually struggled, to kind of deal with what surrounds them. Sometimes parental pressure, sometimes societal pressure. Sometimes they've been made fun of for various reasons. And I've always believed that hunar ka koi gender nahi hota, and that was always my belief, and it came through the Tota character. I believe that anyone should be able to express themselves no matter what, and everyone should accept what they're doing because it's their passion that is coming to the forefront. So that there are the other characters I believe in, and hopefully it's always landed. But whether it's Pooh in Kabhi Khushi or Tota's character in Rocky Rani, it's always projected from me with equal aplomb.
Okay, we hope so we can see more of it. Sir, can you please sign this one for me?
Yeah, sure.
Tanveer Sheikh.
Hi Karan, it's me, waiting for Coffee with Karan. So my question is, if Karan Johar had to start from scratch today, how different would be his mindset from the actual time you started?
If I was starting today,
from scratch,
I would have had no innocence. The innocence that I had at 24, I think you lose. The thing with growing up is that you evolve, you mature, but you also lose your core innocence. And along with that, sometimes your conviction. Because your conviction comes from your innocence. Some things just come to you without intellectualizing it or worrying about consequences, ramifications. You just think things that happen and you project those. If I started today, the unfortunate travesty would be that I would have lost my innocence.
Thank you for evolving cinema.
Ria.
Hello sir, my name is Riya and I'm huge fan of your all movies, especially the ones with Shah Rukh and Kajol. Firstly, congratulate you for 25 years of filmmaking and for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Thank you.
So since it's 25 years, can we expect any reunion or celebrations for the cast? And also I have one more question. From whole SRK Kajol fandom, so I'm representing on behalf of them.
Yeah.
So can we expect any movie? Are all any thoughts in your mind for them?
Working with them would be a dream, and I hope I can do a story that justifies their legendary presence. I hope that happens. Working with them would be like working with family. As far as the celebration goes, I think on the 15th of October we're having fan screenings. I'm just trying to bring everyone together because I know Kajol's on an outdoor and she's shooting. I'm hoping that I can, we're having fan screenings, I think, it's been advertised. And we've already on the 20th, we had a big event. And on the 25th, we thought we'd just share the film with the fans of the film. And it's lived on and created a world of love. So we hope to celebrate it with everyone on that
Can
day.
I get the screenings pass also?
I'm sure you will. I think it's going to be on Book My Show. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Thank you, but
Thank you.
it's all sold out? Oh wow.
25 minutes, it was sold out.
It was sold out?
Yeah.
Okay. But there's another screen they're adding, I think, today.
Achha.
I don't know.
A lot of people can book it.
I think they're adding another screen. Or at least I'm going to request them to add another screen. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is Nikki Damini.
First of all, hi. Thank you for making so much of legendary movies, and like literally we all millennials who are born into 90s have grown up watching your movies. Shah Rukh, Kajol is the staple. Like we first used to believe that they are literally married. Looking at your movies like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, we literally thought that they are a real life couple.
Oh God.
But so yeah, of course, as we discussed that it went on to become a like potential blockbuster, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, K3G, all of them. But in one of your interviews, you had said that you felt that Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is unusually like silly. So what made you say that later on? Like
What did I say?
it is an unusually silly movie.
Yeah, I got a lot of hate for that. I was actually trying to be honest. So the thing is with Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is like it's lived on in emotional legacy and it has so much nostalgia. But the thing is that if you really look at the story, as I said, what I said about innocence and conviction is operates beautifully as an example with Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. When I have children, they're nearly 7, and if I start reading letters out to them, I'm not sure how proactive they will be, and they're definitely not going to go after that to find some lost love of mine. They won't have the comprehension. Plus, how did this dying Rani know that 8 years later the Kajol would remain unmarried and in no relationship? And it was like I couldn't understand what that first or second or third letter must have said. And also, now that we are speaking the language of the woke world, it's the gender politics of the film are not something I'm very proud of. I feel like if I had to make Kuch Kuch Hota Hai again, I would correct the gender politics, which with life, time, experience and evolution, I've understood how important it is as to what we show on celluloid. The communication is so critical. So I may have used the word silly in an unfavorable manner. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that the film has some logical as well as some inappropriate parts which are just in terms of gender politics that I would wish were different. But it's not that I'm very proud of it because I'm here because of it. But I was speaking objectively at that time.
So while making the movie, like, did you? I'm sure the entire team must have thought about this, like keeping Anjali 8 years old. Reading
No one. Everyone believed everything. That was the thing. No one said anything to me. These thoughts came to me much later. Like Shabana ji called me after she saw the film and she said, "मैं आपसे कुछ पूछना चाहती हूँ." तो I said, "जी." She said, उसके छोटे बाल थे तो प्यार नहीं हुआ. बाल बड़े हो गए, खूबसूरत हो गए और प्यार हो गया. इसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? So I said, मैं बस माफी मांगना चाहूँगा आपसे, destination नहीं है. So I was like, everybody just went with the flow. Everyone believed it. No one questioned anything. It was much later that these thoughts came to all of us,
Thank you so much. One more thing, can we expect Shah Rukh in this year's Coffee with Karan? Please.
I think, Shah Rukh is, I think, with all reason, I think he's there, but I don't think wants to be in the forefront and speak. I think he deserves his silence.
Absolutely.
So, and I think we as fans and filmmakers should give him that.
Agreed. And hopefully you both make a movie soon. Because,
Very, very soon.
Because
hopefully.
that is what the entire Bollywood is for us. Karan Johar and Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh God, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. The next one is Kumar Vishwas.
Hi Karan sir.
Hi, Kumar.
So first of all, I would like to thank you and Shakun Batra sir for making Kapoor and Sons.
Oh, great.
That movie is really so close to my heart, particularly that Sathi Re sequence that
Yeah.
comes at the end. It
the
is
end,
just magical.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah.
I will tell Shakun that. Thank you.
Yeah. So my question to you, sir, is like, is our industry being impacted because we have been following a herd mentality? Like if you see, once Kabir Singh came, it became a blockbuster. We started announcing remakes of the South movies. Then Gadar 2 came, it became a hit. Bhool Bhulaiya 2 came, it became a hit, and we started announcing sequels of the movies, like every production house is announcing. Specifically, Pathan came, it became a blockbuster. Everyone now wants to make a action movie. Are the producers or the production studios taking the audience for granted, like they are liking a genre, so we will be keep on making those kinds of cinema?
See, Kumar, this happens in all film industries of the world, specifically in our industry and Hollywood. They say nothing succeeds like success, and चढ़ते सूरज को सलाम करते हैं. So I feel like when something works, everyone commercially believes that they should do that, but then it finds its balance, because then what starts succeeding also eventually starts failing, and then you go back to organic storytelling. But for the moment, when sequels are working, people will make that because it's a commercial decision. When action works, everybody wants to make it because they believe audiences are loving that. Water will find its own level, but and there is a herd mentality. I'm not denying it. It happens. All of us who have studios and production houses, we also talk shop, and we make commercial decisions on the basis of audience love and feedback. All surveys, all research engines tell you certain things, and you do that. But eventually, as I said, everything finds its own level. Like, there's a time that exhaustion seeps into everything, and when there is an exhaustion, the industry realizes that and goes back to what they were doing previously. So let's just enjoy the phase right now, because what is true is that this has been the best year in many years. 2023 has really brought cinema back.
Yes.
There was so much chatter about Indian cinema and Bollywood. Has it died? Should it be boycotted? All nonsense. The love this year. I mean, we have 500 crore hits,
Obviously. It was a great year for us,
and 3 films and two of those are pure Hindi films. And I'm like, the cinema is back, audiences are back. The love for cinema was always there. They just needed the right films to show it for. And I feel very proud that a film of mine released in this magical year, and more power to all of you as audiences that actually stood by cinema even when some of the trolls weren't allowing you to.
Yeah. And just adding to this question, sir, we have heard a lot of leaks from Himesh itself regarding the Dharma productions.
Yes,
But
he's a big leaker.
But we don't hear the leaks about Dhammatic Entertainment. That is your particular for OTT.
Because it's on another floor in the building. I don't think Himesh has found his
So
inroad
can
there.
you give us an idea on the projects that you are coming up soon?
We have several actually, Kumar, but we have very tight clauses with the streamers that we can't talk about them till they're out, which is why those are kept very under wraps. And also everyone signs NDAs, and which is why even Himesh doesn't get those leaks.
Maybe.
Also, he's not on that. You haven't found a 7th floor mole. I think you found a 2nd floor mole. So when you find that, when those leaks started, we'll check on who that person is. Yeah, but you're very right about this, because the rules are very stringent.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Simran.
Wow, were you named after the film? There were a series of Simrans and Rajas that were named after Dilwale.
Hey Karan, it's me, Simran.
Hi.
I'm a big fan of you and your films.
Thank you.
So my question for you is, how nervous and excited were you while directing your first movie?
I was excited, strangely, I wasn't nervous. I don't know where that confidence had come from. I was just so excited that I had a job. That I had a job that I actually loved. Because I used to meet my school friends who were all grumbling about being in offices they didn't want to be, or doing what their dads were doing, or being in boring desk jobs. And I was like, where else do you laugh, dance, sing and cry and still be at work? I mean, it's the best profession in the world. I feel so blessed. So I was so excited that all the things that I was doing on my own in my bedroom, dancing, jumping, singing loudly, and now I'm doing it on a film set with the best actors in the universe. I was like just excited. And the nervousness only happened like a day prior, perhaps, but I was just excited. I was so excited. And that excitement is very critical, because only when you're really excited do you really, that excitement comes into your final result of your work.
Thank you, Karan sir.
Thank you.
Akash.
So, 25 years back, in your first film, it said that Shadi ek baar hoti hai, pyar ek baar hota hai, and like you said,
Yeah, but he did everything twice.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you've also defied the same in your following films, like whether it was Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, whether it was Gehraiyah. What do you actually believe in?
I believe. How old are you?
I'm 27.
देखो, अब मैं क्या बोलूं, to each his own. शादी करनी कर लो, नहीं करना चाहते मत कर लो. मेरे लिए शादी नहीं बनी थी, मैंने नहीं की, मुझे बच्चे आ गए, which is the best thing ever. The best result of life is to have two beautiful children, and that's it. So I mean, it's a personal decision. If you ask me about my feelings about the institution of marriage, I have many things to say. But since this is not a socialistic panel, I won't start. But I always say, like, go with your gut and make sure that no one pressurizes you, be it family or society or peers, to do anything, whether it is to get married or take a profession. Just follow what really comes from you. Because remember, you have this one life. It's a gift. You've been given this one gift of life. And sometimes I believe that parents can also be unreasonable, because they sometimes don't see it from the perspective that they should, and they impose their dreams, or rather their thoughts, on their children. And I'm a big propagator of independence and freedom where it comes to personal choices of love, relationships and career. So those are like that's why those are personal decisions. But the one thing that I beseech everyone is never succumb to pressure. That's the only thing.
Okay, just one last thing. The Dola Re Dola sequence was the sequence of the year in cinemas, in my opinion. I've seen the theaters erupt when that sequence played. I watched it twice, and both the times it was the same response. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And that was a moment that was very special to me. And both actors put in so much work. Because none of them are classic trained dancers at all, and for them to do a form of Kathak, even if it's just for that much, and to do it as best as they could, it took them 2 months of non-stop rehearsal. So I'm so glad it got the applause post that hard work. Thank you.
Asta Vikas.
Hi Karan, my name is Astha. So Yodha is, I think, your third film with Sidharth Malhotra, and this one's an action thriller. I wanted to ask, as a producer, what is that one experience that has stood out to you in the making of the film?
Oh my God, Yodha, it was a tough film, and because it was entirely, when you see the film and you see the trailer, you'll know it was not an easy film, because while it has a lot of scale in many parts of the film, there's one chunk of it which is, we had to build the entire set of a plane. And the action crew was from South Africa, and there were multiple cameras and multiple rehearsals, and so there was a lot of prep work done to get it right. And kudos to their first time directors, Sagar and Pushkar, to them, to producer Shashank Khaitan, who's producing the film with us, and to Sidharth Malhotra. I mean, the work he put in. I think there are two films that have really challenged him physically and emotionally, Shah and Yodha, and he's delivered in both. And I think all Sidharth Malhotra fans will be very proud of the work he's done in Yodha.
Right. One more question, if you don't mind. Your movies have one of the best marketing teams out there. How can one be a part of it?
Well, I have to say full credit to Siddharth Kadam, who leads the team, to Tejasvi and Ayushi, and we have some new entrants, to Nilofer Qureshi, who does our PR. We all work. The greatest thing about, I've gone to corporates and they do what 20 people do in other places. So when I've gone to corporates, there are 16, 18, 20 people. We're like a force of 3, and then Nilofer's team. And I'm like, the thing is, I think everyone works like family to the company. And I think that's the emotion that has to be built within your teams. Nobody is doing it just as a job. They're doing it because they believe in the company and they want the success for the company, and they treat it personally. And I think that's the reason. And I'm very proud of, and I'm so glad that you asked me this question, because I think unsung heroes are rarely talked about. But I think that everything that we have achieved in the zone of marketing has been all credit to them. I mean, they're just their energy, and I think I feed off that energy, and I'm really, really proud of all of them.
Thank you.
And you asked, how do you get in there? You have to contact Sidharth Kadam.
Okay, thank you so much.
Uttam.
I start with my question is in a witty way. Since our childhood, we heard and chants "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are." But you are the original wonder. In the rhymes, the stars are very tiny and little one, but you create the stars bigger, bigger, and more bigger. And you are master storyteller, maverick director. You created masterpiece with Shah, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. You created masterpiece with the legendary Shah Rukh Khan, Badshah. Is it any pipeline to create a masterpiece with Shahzada in the future?
Kartika. Well, I'm sure.
And what type of genre you created? My favorite, which I watch 4 times, और बहुत जल्दी भी दोबारा भी देखूंगा, रॉकी रानी की प्रेम कहानी with Ranveer Singh, family rom-com drama, war epic with Sidharth Malhotra, horror haunted with Vicky Kaushal. So what type of specific genre you planning with Kartik Aaryan, if in mind?
So Kartik and I, we nearly made a film, and then for various reasons it couldn't happen. But you never say never, and I'm sure the future holds something very strong for both Kartik.
Dostana will explore more better.
Well, we don't know about Dostana, but maybe we'll make some, and that film will hopefully be defining for both.
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece is आप बनाओगे, वो तो नहीं, वो तो हमने. I just hope that we can collaborate very soon and on a film that we're both equally excited about.
Thank you.
Shivam Kulkarni.
Hello Karan sir.
Hello, hi.
Big fan of yours, and first of all, thank you for making Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum and YJHD, like 2 of my most favorite films. So my question for you is, you have been working in this industry for 25 years and you have directed 7 films and produced many films. What are some of the biggest challenges you have faced as a filmmaker in all these years?
Each film has its own challenge. Time, schedule, date, budget. But the one challenge constantly that we land up facing at Dharma is always the budget. I, for some reason, am an indulgent director and an even more indulgent producer. So I'm always over budget on every film. And my CEO is my best friend from school, is constantly reprimanding me. I was bad in maths in school, and I'm bad in maths today. My mathematics and my budgeting just don't coexist, and for some reason I just never end up making a film in a budget, and that has been the biggest challenge. When budget meetings happen, I'm like, I want to start weeping, because I'm like, I feel like I'm at the receiving end and dagger looks from everyone, like why did you do this, why did you make this film over budget? And I'm like, I take full responsibility because I'm an inherently indulgent person, and when a director comes to me, I just feel like, I should give him or her like everything they want to make their film. Having said that, we're trying to be a little more in control now, but I hope I manage. That has been my biggest challenge.
Thank you.
Nazia Sayed.
Hello Karan, Nazia Sayed this side.
Hi.
From watching your interviews to finally getting to ask you a question, it's been my dream.
Oh wow.
So my question to you is, if you were to ever make a film on your biopic, who would you cast in it and why?
Ranveer Singh. As I said, he's a chameleon. Like, Ranveer does a great imitation of me, by the way. He does a great imitation. Like, on set, we've seen it. Like, when Ranveer did Koffee last year and he did the imitation of everybody, this year, I shot with him. Oh, God, did I let it out? Okay, now I said it. I shot with him and we requested him to do, but he said no. He said, you don't do something twice. You don't, because you've done it. It's been received with a lot of love. I don't want to do it again. So, somebody asked me this question before this, and I was like, Ranveer Singh, undoubtedly. Like, he's a chameleon. He can transform into anything. And if and when this biopic is made, I would always root for Ranveer Singh to play it.
Thank you so much. Would you please sign my book?
Yeah, sure. Have you read it?
Yes, I have.
Thank you so much, Karan sir, for doing this conversation. I hope you liked it.
Yeah, thank you. I had a great time. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
And 25 years done. Looking forward to another 25 years celebrating cinema, celebrating your films and everything.
Thank you. Thank you, Himesh. Thank you. Golden Jubilee. Oh God. Okay. Hopefully, inshallah, we'll meet again.
Pinkvilla. Look no further.